Good morning, afternoon, or evening from whenever or wherever you are watching this video from. I am Jack Adalmas, back with my Premier League football predictions, episode 37, game week 37, including the FA Cup final this week. Let's get straight into it. We start this week's video on Saturday at 4:30, which is the 144th FA Cup final, which sees Crystal Palace playing Man City. Crystal Palace, who have never won the FA Cup before, will be trying for the third time of asking against the most successful team in England in the last 10 years. Man City are playing in their third consecutive FA Cup final, winning one and losing one of the other two. Unfortunately for Palace, both times they did get to the final, they did lose to teams from Manchester. Both the times was against the red side of Manchester. This will be a tight game, but I can see it being third time unlucky for Crystal Palace, as I can see Man City winning here in a hard-fought 2-0 victory to win the FA Cup. Moving on to the Premier League on Sunday at 12:30, we have Everton at home to Southampton. Everton will be playing in their 2,791st game and last game at Goodison Park before they hand it over to their women's team, and they will be looking to sign it off with their 1,539th victory. Southampton picked up that magical point last weekend where they did draw 0-0 at home to Man City in a game where nobody gave them a chance. Southampton have won only one of their last 17 visits to Goodison Park, and Everton will sign off that teary-eyed goodbye to the iconic stadium in a 2-0 victory in this one. And at 2:15 on Sunday, we have West Ham at home to Nottingham Forest. West Ham sealed their first victory in 8 matches last weekend with a solid 2-0 victory at Old Trafford, which gave a minor boost to their fan base after such a disappointed season for their standards. They will be looking to follow that up with their first victory at home in their last 4 home Premier League matches. Forest missed a massive opportunity last weekend after they drew 2-2 against Leicester to go back into the top 5, but the assignment hasn't changed for them. They know they need to win their last 2 games if they are to play Champions League football next season. Nottingham Forest have won the last 2 head-to-heads without conceding a goal. I think they will get the victory in this one, but I think they will concede here, as I can see them winning 2-1. Hopefully there is extra security this time round just in case they don't get the victory, because we don't want the owner coming on the pitch again and talking to Nuno. And at 3 o'clock on Sunday, we have the West London derby as Brentford host Fulham. Brentford looked like a bottom half finish was on the cards. That was 4 weeks ago, but with 4 consecutive victories, they now have a European spot in their own hands if Palace fail to beat Man City on Saturday. Fulham have done the reverse to Brentford in recent weeks, and with 3 defeats in their last 4 matches, they have swapped from 8th place to going into the bottom half of the table. Fulham have dropped a league-high 28 points from winning position so far this season. I don't think they'll do this time round, as I reckon bragging rights will be on the line, so I reckon they'll do the league double over Brentford this season in a 2-1 victory. Also at 3 p.m, we have Leicester at home to Ipswich. Leicester come into this game as favourites, as they have got 1 win and 1 draw in their last 2 matches. And with this being Jamie Vardy's 500th and last home game for the Foxes, it is written that he will score in this game. Ipswich sit above Leicester on goal difference, so with 2 games to go, surely with victory here, it will secure that 18th place finish for Ipswich, which will give them the extra 2.8 million next season in the hope that they can come straight back up to the Premier League. With the last 3 head-to-heads all finishing in a 1-1 draw, all fingers are pointing to a draw. I don't think that will be the case though, as I can see Ipswich winning here. I can see them winning 2-1 with Liam Delap and Jamie Vardy getting on the score sheet. Moving on to 4:30 on Sunday, we have game of the weekend as second place third in the Premier League as Arsenal hosts Newcastle. With a win here, Arsenal will secure a second place finish for the 3rd consecutive season in a row, and they did show heart and passion even though the title was over to come from 2-0 down last weekend to draw 2-2 away at Anfield. Newcastle, though, they will come here full of confidence as they have beaten Arsenal 3 times already this season, scoring 5 goals and conceding 0 in reply in those 3 victories. And with a second place finish up for grabs, they will be fired up coming into this one. This game really could go either way, and with Arsenal being winless in their last 4 home matches in all competitions, I think it will be 5 come full time, but I think it will be in a 1-1 draw. Moving on to Monday at 8 p.m, we have Brighton at home to Liverpool. Brighton were on a 6-game winless run, but since then they've won 2 and drawn 1 of their last 3 matches. And with an 8th place position still up for grabs, they will be fired up against the champions going into this one. Liverpool are quite possibly already thinking about their holidays, as they have picked up 1 point out of possible 4 in their last 2 matches, although they won't want to lose here, as they won't want to lose back-to-back Premier League away matches for the first time in 2 years. And with Liverpool not losing their last Premier League away match in any of the last 6 seasons, I think it'll be lucky number 7 come full time in a high-scoring 3-2 win for Liverpool. Moving on to Tuesday at 8 p.m, we have Crystal Palace at home to Wolves. Crystal Palace will be coming to this game with either cup heartache or cup triumph on their mind, as I do believe they will lose their FA Cup final. I think they'll be looking to get straight back to winning ways in the Premier League in this one. Wolves have suffered back-to-back Premier League defeats for the first time since late January, so they will also be looking to get back to winning ways in this one and finish the season strong. Crystal Palace have won the last 4 head-to-heads between these two sides at Selhurst Park, 3 of which were by a 1-goal margin. I think it'll be a similar story here, as I can see them getting back to winning ways with a 2-1 victory in this one. And to round out game week 37 on Tuesday at 8 p.m, we have Man City at home to Bournemouth. If my prediction is correct, Man City will be coming into this game after winning the FA Cup, and even though they would have had their worst season in their last 8 seasons, they could still finish it with an FA Cup and a second place finish in the Premier League. Also, with City winning the FA Cup, that means that the Conference League does go down to the 8th place. So Bournemouth will be coming into this game knowing that they can still reach that 8th place and be playing Conference League football next season. But with Man City winning all 7 head-to-heads at the Etihad against Bournemouth in the Premier League era, I think it will be 8 come full-time with another 3-1 victory from Man City. Thank you very much if you are still here at the end of my video. I really do appreciate the love and support I've been getting from you guys. Thank you for helping me reach 500 subscribers, and now I've got a new milestone to hit. So make sure you keep hitting that subscribe button, you keep liking these videos, and you keep sharing. Please do have a good weekend, guys. And remember, if you don't shoot, you can't score. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.